Welcome to the OKTurbo shop. So I just thought I'd do a video, kind of introduce myself. I mean, I've been making these. I've had my YouTube channel for a few years now. Been making these videos just kind of as a way to share kind of what I do. Back in the old days when I was in the radio control airplanes, there was a series of books by, I think it was Harry Higley, that were titled "There Are No Secrets," and he would put down, all the little tricks that he learned for building model airplanes, stuff like that. There've been a few other books, but in today's age, it's pretty much YouTube. That's where I go, like if I'm going to work on my car or whatever. So I look at my YouTube videos, and I'm not trying to like be a YouTube star or anything. I just kind of want to share what I do and how I do things. And I've been kind of wanting to get some more feedback from you guys and maybe some conversation started. So I thought I would just kind of show the shop, what my interests are. If you look at my YouTube channel at all, you can see there's car stuff, there's rocketry stuff, airplane stuff, music stuff. So my wife accuses me of having all the hobbies, but I'm not really a hunter or a fisherman. I'm not into sports. This is kind of what I do. I'm an engineer here in Oklahoma. I went to Oklahoma State University, got a degree in engineering. Then, for the last 15 or so years, I've been a maintenance manager at a plant here in Northeast Oklahoma. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But I'm now 60 years old. I'm kind of looking at, I'm coming in on the home stretch for retirement. What am I going to do in retirement? I've got plenty of hobbies. But for the YouTube channel, I was kind of like, I look at the comments. I don't get very many comments. Of course, I don't ask very many questions. So what I wanted to do here was kind of see, right now I'm in my model airplane phase. I've got a lot of high power rocketry. I tend to get really into something for a while, and then I leave it for a while, and then I come back. The model rocketry, it gets kind of expensive. Every time you shoot off one of these high-powered rockets, it's 50 to $100. You're just burning up a motor. So I kind of took a break from that. I've been back and forth on that when the kids were younger. My oldest child's 34 years old now. So when the kids were little, we built little model rockets. It's like, hey, I did that when I was a kid. So I kind of got into it. Then they got older. Then a fellow at church, his young son was, weren't you into rockets? And I was like, yeah. So we went and shot some rockets. I kind of got back into it again. Lots of scratch build kind of things. And you can see those videos on my YouTube channel. But for right now in the airplane phase, just kind of wondering what you guys would like to see. If you got any questions about anything that I do. I'm not an expert in anything, but I kind of have the way that I do things. So the latest build was this Star Streak. So I've kind of got it sitting here. Also bought some laser cut short kits from Don DeLoach to build maybe a couple of Super Pearl 222 E36 kits. So here are the kind of gathering up parts for that. So I'm trying to decide what's my next project going to be. Something like that, which is more of a competition style airplane. I thought I'd build a few of them so I could take them to contests next year. The Manito, that's a larger Class A electric. Just some test glides, haven't flown it yet, under power, kind of waiting for the weather to get better. Here's some of the E36 kits in a box that I've done before. Just a few. They're mostly like E-nostalgia kind of things, like the T-Bird. That would be an E-nostalgia or E36. But in the queue, I've got some larger Class A type planes from BMJR that, there's a Geef 513. Maybe try that as an electric. I've got some other short kits, several short kits for gollywalks. There's one of my favorite rubber powered models. It's in a Smith & Wesson box, but from an AR I bought. But anyhow, that's a kit from Starlink Flight Tech that I put in there just to protect it. waiting for, inspiration to get it started. A couple of Gollywalk kits. There's another T-Bird kit up there. Tons of wood, tissue, all the stuff to build. So I kind of wait for inspiration. I've got a couple of boxes, P30 planes. There's my Gollywalk box. I always save all the shipping boxes, so I got a pretty good collection here, but that's what I turn into my boxes for transporting my plane. So anyhow, that's kind of the question. It's like to get conversation started. If you see something that I do that you think, you got a better way, or you like to see me do it, you got any other questions, just kind of let me know. I may, who knows what I'll, kind of get tired of this for a little while. It's cold, wintertime. It's kind of the building season. Over there's parts to build another guitar amplifier. So I've got the chassis and all the parts built, and I kind of wrap that up. So maybe someday I'll build that. There's some videos that on my YouTube channel of me building a tube guitar amp. So anyhow, lots of interests. I'm not an expert in anything. I like figuring out how things work and just trying stuff out. So if you got any requests, let me know. I'll go around and show you kind of my music room. Here, let's go this way. This is my shop. It's kind of built in to the back end of the garage. There's a door that separates it. Here's OKTurbo. So I've always kind of been a car guy since high school. This is my 1987 Buick Grand National. I've owned it for 25 plus years. When I bought it, it was just kind of the black car that nobody knew much about. They've gotten really popular in the last few years, but it's a ton of fun if you know anything about them. It's almost legendary. The story, that's one of the coolest things about the Grand National. It's really just kind of a basic, blue collar G-body car from the 80s. But they put, at the time, a really high-tech engine in it that it ended up being faster than the Corvette. So, I mean, that tells a lot. So, anyhow, that's kind of my music room. A couple of vintage amplifiers, other things. Been to music for a long time. I play electric guitar on the worship team at church. So, this one here, this Spitfire, is one that we had an amplifier. It was a Jackson amp. It ended up, I think it was hit by lightning or something. Lightning fried the power transformer, so I ended up just rebuilding it as basically a mashless Spitfire clone. So there's a few videos on that. But yeah, so this is the music room, one of my other hobbies. So yeah, I don't have very many subscribers, but so it's kind of a small community. But go ahead and leave some comments. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you'd like to see or anything you're curious about, just put a comment in there and I'll try to answer them. Get this channel to be a little more interactive. I think it's important that people kind of learn how to do things. There's too many people on their screens and inside the house. I'm old Gen X, but it's kind of what I value. I want to know how things work, and I'm not afraid to try to build something or do something new. So anyhow, let me know what you guys would like to see, if anything at all. Talk to you later. Bye.